What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Black Gavel. I am the law dog, Larry Gibson, your favorite Q in law school. And I got another special video for y'all tonight. We're going to do all things NIL for the 2023 McDonald's All-American class. Now, if y'all been paying attention, you already know who's been headlining this game, and you can probably guess who the #1 player is. But this video right here is going to count down the top 10 players based on their NIL rank. And I think you'd be quite surprised at how much money some of these guys are making. These young men are still in high school, but they're doing very well on the court, and so they've been rewarded. They've also been rewarded off the court, and they're doing pretty well financially, or at least they have the ability to do so. One thing I want to note before I get into it is that NIL deals may not be able to transfer from college to the pros, but they can go from high school to college. So all these players with current NIL deals can take those same deals with them to college. Now, with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The number 10 player on our list is none other than Xavier Booker. Xavier Booker has an NIL valuation of $436,000. Yes, that ranks you number 10. Having almost $500,000 in NIL ranks you almost number 10. So as we already know, he's committed to Michigan State. And although he has this high valuation, he actually has not signed any NIL deals yet because he's from the state of Indiana. And Indiana does not allow high school athletes to be compensated for their name, image, and likeness. But as you can see, Xavier Booker is going to be pretty valuable because he already has a total following of 29,000 viewers. His Instagram has 24,000 and his Twitter has 5,000. And I'm sure after this game and after he actually gets on campus, that's going to skyrocket with him playing in the Big Ten. Now, the number 9 player is none other than Mackenzie Mgbako. Okay? He's committed to Duke. So we already know that being at a blue blood right like that, you're going to get some money. One of the things I like to note about Mackenzie is that he's already signed with CAA for representation. So he's got his agent squared away, and I'm pretty sure he's probably already got a legal team behind that agency. One thing to know about Mackenzie is he's already promoted the Google Pixel, and he appeared in a commercial with Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Candace Parker last October. So that's pretty dope. He's also partnered with the energy drink G Fuel, and he's starting a new campaign with Grungy Gentleman, as you can see here. Now, Mackenzie's NIL valuation is $439,000 annually, and he has a total following of 31,000. He has 26,000 followers on Instagram and 4.4 thousand on Twitter. As I'm going through this, feel free to go ahead and pause the video and go follow these guys on Instagram and on Twitter. Our number 8 player on the list is Ron Holland. Ron Holland is already committed to Texas, and one thing I like to note about him is that he already has Team USA experience. He competed in the FIBA U17 World Cup. Another thing to note about Ron Holland is that he already has representation with One Legacy Sports. He's been represented by Corey Barker in particular, who is a director of player personnel and development and management at the agency. Ron Holland played for Duncanville. You know, Duncanville is one of the best teams in the country. They were really balling their hearts out this year. And this young man already has a total following of 68,000. So he has 35,000 on Instagram, 28,000 on TikTok, and 5.3 thousand on Twitter. His annual valuation of 452,000 is going to skyrocket when he gets to Texas because we already know Texas money runs pretty deep, and they have a huge collective down there. Now, the number 7 on the player on this list is Aaron Bradshaw. Aaron Bradshaw is committed to Kentucky. Now, being a big man going to Kentucky is obviously going to garner you some support with the NIL. This 7-footer's valuation is at $516,000 annually. And while a lot of these players don't necessarily have deals signed already, just simply signing to certain schools is going to give you a higher NIL valuation because On3 and other sites already know that these schools are ready to, fork over some money for these kids. So we understand that committing to certain schools is going to open you up to being able to receive NIL funding from certain collectives that support those schools and institutions. So Kentucky, being the blue blood that it is going to allow Aaron Bradshaw to make easily over $500,000 next year. Now, the next player on our list is Justin Edwards. The thing that jumps out to me about Justin Edwards is not only is he going to Kentucky, but he's already signed with Clutch. Yes, Rich Paul's agency can and does support high school students. So being attached to Clutch is a very powerful thing because that opens him up to being able to be, under the tutelage of certain NBA players. And it also allows him to attach himself to a very reputable agent in the game who knows the business inside and out. Now, Justin Edwards' NIL valuation is over $500,000 at $549,000. He has a total following of 38,000, and I'm sure that's about to rise really high because 1, he's with Clutch Sports, 2, he's going to Kentucky, and 3, he's a McDonald's All-American. So tonight after this game, it's going to go crazy. Now, interesting thing here is that the number 5 player, Isaiah Collier, is ranked number 1 in On3's rankings for basketball. Yet he's number 5 out of all of the All-Americans in NIL compensation. Well, that's because he can't sign any NIL deals yet because Georgia does not allow high schoolers to cash in on their NILs, on their name, image, and likeness. But I'm sure once he gets to USC, it's going to go crazy because we know that USC has a strong collective behind it. It's also in Southern California where there's tons of business done, and a lot of it is dealing with name, image, and likeness. And also, we can see what Caleb Williams is doing on the football side after winning that Heisman. So the number 1 recruit coming there for basketball, he's definitely going to get paid. So right now, his NIL valuation is at $570,000, and he has a total of 54,000 followers. That's about to go up. So if y'all want to go ahead and follow this guy now, please do so. The number 4 player is Buzelis. Now, I don't know if y'all saw it, but last night, Mataz threw down a monster dunk in his first round of the dunk contest, and I honestly think it was probably the dunk of the night, besides what BRONNY did jumping over Bryce. That was also pretty lit. Matas is actually not going to go to college. He's going to go straight to the G League. And so his name, image, and likeness deals will not be the same. They will no longer be amateur. They will be professional because the G League is a professional league. So right now his valuation is $575,000. You can go ahead and add that on to the probably $500,000 that he's going to make to play professionally in the G League for Team Ignite. So shout out to him. He's going to make a lot of money next year. Now, what we do see is his total following is 58,000. I'd love to see that go up for him because being in the G League is kind of, the G League doesn't get as much publicity as college basketball right now, but we see that's growing, and I'd like to see his brand grow as well. The number 3 player on our list is DJ Wagner. His dad is also named DJ Wagner. He played in the NBA, and also his grandfather played in the NBA. So this kid is vetted. He's been trained to be elite since birth probably, and he already has a partnership with Drake's Nike sub-label NOCTA. I didn't even know Nike had a sub-label with Drake, but shout out to DJ Wagner for being a part of that. Another thing to note is that DJ Wagner is with the CAA agency as well. He's going to Kentucky with 2 of the other players that we've already listed today, so he's also going to be susceptible to getting those NIL deals from the collective over there at Kentucky. Right now, DJ Wagner is slated to be getting $690,000 annually for NILs, and that to me seems a little low. I think that DJ Wagner has been ranked number 1 in his class for so long that he's probably going to be well over $1 million. And since he's going to Kentucky, that's obviously going to go well over $1 million very soon. Now, the thing that's kind of funny to me is that he only has 7 TikTok followers. Y'all go ahead and go over there and follow DJ because I'm sure that's going to go up a whole lot in the next couple months. But shout out to him for having 148,000 Instagram followers. The reason why these follower counts are important is because, as I already stated, these companies want people with a large following because it allows them to get their product in front of more eyes. Now, the number 2 player in this year's NIL ranking is Jared McCain. Jared McCain was the winner of the 3-point contest last night. And as you'll notice, kids from California are primed to make really good money in the name, image, and likeness space because, like I said, a lot of those companies are doing their video shoots and their promotions out there. So he's already right there in the action. Also, another thing to note about him is he already has a deal with Champ Sports, and he's already been in a commercial with Super Bowl quarterback Jalen Hurts. That deal is going to be a multi-year deal because, like I said, he's going from high school to college, which is amateur to amateur, and so he can maintain his NIL deals. He's already worth $1.2 million annually for NILs, and he already has 2.5 million followers all together. So go ahead and show that young man some more love. And last but certainly not least, at the number 1 spot, we got Bronny James. I don't think it would be crazy to say that Bronny James is the GOAT of this whole NIL situation because not only is he the highest ranked high school player in basketball, football, or any sport for NIL, he's also the highest ranked out of all college players as well. So no other non-professional athlete is making more money from the NILs than Bronny James, according to On3. As you can see here, it says that Bronny James already signed with Nike, he already signed with Beats by Dre, and he already has a deal with PSD underwear. Now, don't think that your screen is glitching right now. Yes, Bronny James is slated to earn $7.2 million annually through NIL deals. Why? Well, he has 12.7 million followers altogether. His reach is huge. He's a great young man. He has a great set of parents who groomed him very well. And obviously he's a son of LeBron James. And his name is also, the same thing, but he goes by Bronny. So shout out to him for being the #1 NIL player altogether. Now, if there's any of these players that y'all want to see me do an in-depth dive on their NIL status, please let me know. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And go ahead and go check out the rest of the players on this McDonald's All-American game. I have a video of them posted as well for everybody that's 11 through 24. And as I always say, stay blessed.
I'm chillin', they call me K-Hefner. If she in ecstatic, I won't even bless her. Mans went to rehab, I sent him a letter. Tapped him with gang, say he feeling better. It ain't the winter, I got on this sweater. And I'm finna be with the weather wherever. I'm kinda cozy, I'm signing forever. I guess I'm a hoarder collecting the trash.